Heather here from Hooked on Pickin'. So I've had the question, what is the difference between Amazon and Amazon FBA? So I'm going to let you know a little bit about what I think about it. So I've sold for about 10-15 years on eBay. And eBay, we started selling because my husband had a job in the ministry and we couldn't afford to live on one income, and I had little babies at home, so I needed to figure out, how do I make money from home? And so we started attending, we lived in a very rural area, and so we started going to auctions, flea markets, thrift stores, Goodwills, places like that. And then we'd find things that we thought would sell, and then we got pretty good at figuring out what would sell. Cashmere sweaters, things like that. A lot of used items. So we would take a picture of them, and then we would list that, upload the video, crop the picture, and then make the listing. Well, for every item, it takes quite a bit of time to make a listing. Now, eBay fees are not very high at all. If that's something you're interested in, it has very low risk, doesn't cost very much money at all. And if you have a store, then you get a lot of free listings per month. So that's something to look into if that's something you're interested in. So then we discovered that every once in a while we would find a new item, like brand new in package. And so that's when we started to investigate Amazon. And we started out doing Amazon Merchant Fulfilled. Merchant Fulfilled simply means you purchase the item, you list the item, and then you stick it on a shelf in your house, and then when somebody buys the item, you package it up, put the shipping label on, and mail it directly to their house. So that's what Merchant Fulfill is. And so we did a lot of that as well. And the nice thing and the difference between eBay and Amazon is Amazon only has select items that you can sell, but it's almost anything you can think of. So if you're worried about limitations, don't worry about that. And the really nice thing about Amazon is you do not take any photos. Photos on eBay is the most time-consuming process because you have to take the picture, upload the picture, crop the picture, and then upload them into the listing. And so that's the most time-consuming part. So on Amazon, we found that we could just type in the barcode or type in the title of the item, and up pops the stock photo. And the stock photo is what's used in the listing, and then all we have to do is put a description in, put the price, and then list our item. So it really doesn't take any time at all. So we started out doing that. And if you're brand new to Amazon, you may want to just merchant fulfill some things first, because the fees are very, very low. You're not going to pay a storage fee like you would if you're sending things into the warehouse. You're also going to pay a lot less in initial Amazon fees. So Amazon has a fee system set up whereby if you merchant fulfill it, it's approximately about 20% of what you sell the item for ends up being what your fees cost. And sometimes you have a little bit of fees in shipping as well. But when you do sending it into the warehouse, you have to pay a storage fee, which is very nominal. Generally, if it's a regularly sized item, not a large or a huge, gigantic item, it's generally about anywhere from 1 to 5 cents a month that they charge for storage fees. And if you sell it within that first month, you're not charged storage fees at all. And then, so if you do merchant fulfilled, then you don't have to worry about any of those fees. Now, if you're doing Amazon FBA, like you want to list the item, throw a bunch of things in a box and ship it to the warehouse and never think of it again, that is Amazon FBA. That's currently what I do right now. And what happens is once you ship it to the warehouse, you have to pay a storage fee for every month that it sits there. So when you're looking into selling things, you want to look at the sales rank, and the lower the number on the sales rank in Amazon, the quicker it sells. And it's different for each category. So you'll have sales ranks that will be really, really high in grocery, not a good thing. But if they're high in another category, then it may sell quicker than a grocery item of the same sales rank. And so for Amazon FBA, which is Fulfillment by Amazon, you're definitely going to want to be concerned about how quickly it sells. Now, when our things are in the warehouse, we pay, like I said, not very much at all to store it there. And then what you're going to do is at the end of 12 months, Amazon sends you an email or a notification saying, hey, we've had this for 12 months. Do you want us to destroy the item? Or do you want us to, for 50 cents an item, send it back to you? So you have the option to get the item back, although it will cost you per item. And so if you feel that you can still make money off of it doing merchant fulfilled, sticking it on a shelf, or maybe even running a garage sale in the summertime yourself with that item, even though it didn't sell on Amazon, go ahead and have them send it back. If you have them destroy the item, then they also charge a very small fee. It's much less than 50 cents. I think it's like 10 cents or 25 cents, something like that. And then you can just be done with it. And those would be items like, I have lowered the price so much that now I'm not even going to make any money on it. And it would actually cost me money for them to ship it back to me. So those would be the items that you just have to say, well, couldn't get it to sell, just got to eat that money that I spent on it. So that's kind of the difference between eBay, Amazon Merchant Fulfilled, and Amazon FBA. If you have any questions, then please feel free to leave comments. If you have any corrections on this video, please feel free to leave comments. But I hope that helps. And remember, in the end, Jesus wins. Thanks. Bye.